everybody, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Justice for All with Chaos Counseling.
Yay!
China's back!
I probably missed a lot, but
It's okay.
Yeah.
You only missed Negatemi.
it's okay.
Fear the Negatemi! That will be murdered! And more murdered! I'm so happy! You better answer your phone. It's been going off for a minute now.
Bloop. Hello, this is Phoenix Wright.
Hello. Oh, is this
And he's
Negatemi voice?
no, he's because if he has dude, it's not Negatemi, but it's still him. Go, Pip.
I better lead in here, one.
Yeah, get in there, Pip.
You don't look so good, so well, dude. You gotta prove me you're not guilty today, right?
And there's Negatemi.
Oh my gosh, she's so freaky.
I love it.
If you please, Mr. Lawyer. Remember, it's not just me. Your precious friend's life is riding on today's verdict, too.
Now listen up. You better get unguarded guilty sentence, okay? If you get that creepy slime bag of not guilty, I'll never forgive you. Ever. I will haunt you as the burger demon. Burger demon? Anytime you get a burger, you die. Oh, I think this is actually Mia.
Oh, Phoenix!
Thanks.
Phoenix, I'm back! I've been here the whole time!
Mia!
But my voice is back!
Maya! Maya!
I don't know.
You don't know?
She hasn't tried to channel me since yesterday.
Oh, shit.
Mia, what am I supposed to do?
Well, like I said, for a lawyer, the worst of times are when you have to force your biggest smiles. I'm sorry, I botched that important quote. You can't give up. There's still hope left.
Stop it, please. There's nothing left. Not here. Not anywhere.
Oh, no, it's an emo Nick. What do we got into?
Is that accursed on guard again? Will you leave me alone? Look, don't call me anymore. I mean it.
You're really mean, pal.
Gumshoe, I'm really sorry. Where are you?
They left me to join the investigation team and we're chasing after the killer, pal.
Then you have some sort of lead?
Sorry, but right now we've got 0 leads on the guy. But we're not going to give up.
Gumshoe.
Until the trial's over. Sorry, I saw green and I thought, that's inner monologue. Okay, until the trial's over, until the verdict is handed down, we're going to do everything we can to find the killer.
Yay!
If we get Maya out, then you can get unguard the guilty verdict he deserves, pal.
That's true. I could do that if they found Maya first.
You got that? So you have to do whatever you can to make the trial last longer. You're good at that.
I have to make the trial last longer?
I mean,
Not wrong!
Yeah!
If you go at Mr. Edgeworth with everything you've got, then you two can draw it out.
Oh, now I get it.
Yeah, I believe in you, pal. You and Mr. Edgeworth can do it.
mostly
So,
Mr. Edgeworth.
I mean, believe in us. We're going to give it all we've got, just like you. And
Have you noticed that both cases that Mr. Powers is involved, you have to keep the trial going with the help of Edgeworth?
Sunshine's probably thought of a dirty joke, and I don't want to think about it.
Yeah!
So, yeah.
Is it I shouldn't ask if it's about.
I'm not sure where you're
I
going.
know where he went, and Sunshine, you should be ashamed of yourself.
Let me guess.
We're just gonna move on.
Okay.
We're gonna move on.
Okay, but
I'm
on
not.
the ground.
I think I know where it was.
If you're confused, I can text it to you.
Happy birthday
pretty
to the ground.
You can text it to me, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. But yeah, just in case. Go ahead.
On a break.
On a break, yeah.
Got it. Thanks, Gumshoe.
Hey, Phoenix. You understand now, don't you? You have something money will never be able to buy. Friendship.
Yay!
David says otherwise.
Oh, David.
They don't know what's talking. Wait, do they know?
No.
We have officially named our microphones. Microphone
Yeah.
number 1 is David. Microphone number 2 is Oh David. And microphone number 3 is No David. By the way, we named that microphone. That one specifically David.
It's
You
David.
name the other ones.
No.
Oh, David. No, David.
David. Oh David. Oh, no, David.
I'm so sorry,
I'm a
Jesse.
label maker, so I put that shit on.
Yes.
I'm so sorry, Jesse. I didn't think that would get you so good. Oh no, David.
Oh no, David.
Oh no, David. Or
Oh
is it
no, David.
Oh no, David.
Oh no, David.
So it's like an add-on. It's like David. Oh, David. Oh
Oh,
no,
no,
David.
David. Oh no.
Which is basically how we set up the microphones, where we're like, okay, oh no. We're like,
Oh, David.
oh, David.
That was today.
All right then.
It's the strongest weapon in the world, and you have it in abundance. Friendship, you know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, this is why I shouldn't be here.
Looks like we're coming to the end. I have to make the trail last as long as I can. Gumshoe will come through. I know it.
Way to bounce back, Phoenix.
Good job, Nick.
I'm sorry,
You
guys.
can be a happiness.
I made that go on much longer. That was like 3.5 minutes. I'm
Oh,
so
Have
sorry.
you met us?
I know, but I'm trying to get better.
I'm not.
Says the lady who nags us during podcasts.
Fight me, lol. That's a podcast. That's completely
Hey.
different.
Hey, narrator lady. Hey, you gotta do your thing. There you go.
March
Just come to terms with
23rd,
it.
10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 3.
Good job.
No, I'm next to him. No.
Okay, another off topic. I said I would get better, but I only have one headphone over my ear, and so I literally just heard that in one ear, and I was like, ah!
Yep.
Now you know how uncomfortable it is. Hey, Judge!
Court is now in session for the trial of Matt on guard.
Yeah.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor.
No, that's a lie.
Prima donna.
Fight me. What?
That's what it was.
I was close. I was
Okay.
real close.
Okay, no, now I gotta know. It's bugging me.
Do you want me to text
Just
it to you?
here.
No,
Just
here,
hand me.
here.
Okay.
I'll pass my phone around. I'll pass my phone around to make it easier. We're gonna try to be innocent for the audience.
Okay.
Wow. Wow. No, you're not.
Yeah.
Don't lie.
Just hit him.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I'm
Yeah.
not gonna hit him. It's not my brother.
We're trying to make it more cleaner for the audience, guys. I'm sorry. Okay.
Now, as I recall,
It's okay. Sunshine's
we
just
can-
the dirty old uncle. Of the podcast. Of our YouTube channel.
Oh dear.
We concluded yesterday's session with a big mystery on our hands. Mystery began being what exactly was Miss Andrews' role in this murder?
Mordor.
Mordor.
They're taking the defense to Isengard?
Yes.
One does not simply walk. One does not simply walk into court. That is to say, is she really connected to the crime itself?
Then you know what? That reminds me. I'm so sorry I'm distracted. But at work, we were talking about D&D or something, and I did a meme where I got that picture of, you know, that everyone says, one does not simply, and it was,
yes?
one does not simply play a tabletop game, RPG I should say, one does not simply play a tabletop RPG without starting a cult at some point.
I mean, it's true. I mean, we have how many
And-
times?
And someone was like, that's pinned to
I mean,
our chat.
To be fair, that those enemies that Anthony hated fighting, though they were a cult started by one of my players.
Nice.
Mr. Edgeworth, if you could please inform the court of today's proceedings.
Adrian Andrews. She forged evidence that threw suspicion onto Mr. Ungar, and then proceeded to escape the crime scene by wearing a nickel samurai costume.
I love her outfit just so much.
The
Yeah.
guilt of these actions are those from which she cannot escape.
Then you're saying that she is guilty after all?
I'm not finished, Your Honor. Miss Andrews has nothing to do with committing the actual murder. I would like to direct the court's attention to this card.
What is that? Looks like a shell.
This is the calling card of a certain assassin.
Assassin, you say?
Yes, Juan Corrida was killed by a professional assassin. And the person who hired the assassin, his client so to speak, is Matt Ungard.
What a surprising turn of events!
I would think it's become commonplace by now, Your Honor.
I know what's going on this time, so I know that everything Edgeworth has said is true.
But we still have to hold out as long as we can. At least until Maya's safe and sound.
I wonder how the trail will turn out today.
I wish I was psychic.
Now then, please call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth.
Such just giving you like a what?
Oh, that
The
feels nice. Don't
prosecution.
stop.
The prosecution calls the defendant's mentor, Mr. Will Powers, to the stand.
That's right, I forgot he was roped into being a witness.
Now then, witness, your name and occupation, please.
Okay. I'm, a samurai chop and a samurai slap. Will Powers.
There we go.
I'm a poor, underpaid action star.
And what is your relation to the defendant? In small words, please.
I just realized he's the gumshoe of the acting world.
Well,
No wonder I love them both so much.
that's, I guess, I'm sort of a lousy mentor to him, in a way, yeah. Powers, please, you don't need to put yourself down so much. Oh, sorry. Well, but I'm kind of a nothing sort of guy.
On the night of the murder, you visited the defendant's room. Is this correct?
Question is my Judge and Powers voice, are they distinguishable, or are they
Yeah.
just, okay, cool.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
But, you know, I didn't actually get to see Matt when I went.
All you need to do is answer what you're asked. Now then, I would like you to please testify about when you went to Mr. Ungard's room.
Okay, sure.
Yes!
After the award ceremony, I went by myself to Matt's room. Matt was standing there in front of his room, still in his Nickel Samurai costume. He was talking with someone at first. I thought it was the bellboy. I watched the two of them for a while, but then I gave up and went back. I had guests with me that night, and I couldn't make them wait for me.
Oops.
Probably a good thing. He would have died if he had stayed there too long, I think.
Yeah.
If anything, we saved his life.
Yeah.
Nothing sounds out of place in Mr. Powers' testimony.
And talking with the bellboy is no big deal.
If one assumes that the person Mr. Ungard was speaking with was an ordinary bellboy,
What are you implying?
well, Mr. Wright, let's have your cross-examination, shall we?
Looks like we're in another sticky situation.
Huh?
A trap. Can't you smell it, Phoenix? But for us to find out more, we're just going to have to charge in headfirst, right? Good luck.
What? What?
There's, you know how sometimes neon signs lose letters?
Yeah.
Yes.
Instead of town and country drugs, it says try drugs. You try drugs.
Sorry, we probably have to cut that out, but I had to share.
No.
Try drugs.
We'll share the photo with Kendall and we can leave it in.
Yeah, actually, so my high school, I'm not gonna give the full name of the high school, but
Good.
the letterings went out of it. So, instead of the actual high school name, it said Hoof Daha.
There was a, I won't say what Mexican restaurant, but driving to school, back in high school, there was a Mexican restaurant that I would pass. And they had a sign that said New Fish Tacos. The N had fallen off.
Ew, fish tacos.
And it was that way for a whole year.
Ew, fish tacos.
I
No,
remember seeing online a picture of somebody wrapping a Christmas present with paper that said "Let it snow," but the way that they wrapped it, it said "Tits now."
Nice.
Actually, now that I think about it, it was either hoof-da-ha or ho-of-da-ha?
Ho-of-da-ha.
I'm sorry, but this is accurate.
right.
It was like that for a year.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I'm not. A letter had fallen off on my grade school sign, so instead of saying what it actually was supposed to be, it was saying the school was Harry. I can't give more details without fully on saying the school name. So.
I wonder if people are somehow able to figure out what school I went to with hoof-da-ha.
Well, anyone who went to Hoofdaw, maybe.
That's gotta be a school we stick in the secret project somewhere.
Yes! Hoofdaw!
Glorious University of Hoofdaw.
Hoofdaw, oh my god.
Gotta make a note of that.
I'll see it in the episode. I'll do it then.
You saw the two of them, the bellboy and the defendant, together, correct?
Yeah, the bellboy just wanted to say congrats.
Now, while you were watching the two of them, did you notice anything strange?
You know, I did feel something weird. I think it was because Matt, well, he gave the bellboy a tip.
A tip? Well, that's a perfectly normal thing to do.
Not if you're Satan.
Not if this is in Japan.
Come on.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
Isn't tipping rude there or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, how long did you watch the two of them? No more than a minute or two, I think.
At first. What do you mean by that?
I didn't think he was a normal bellboy.
And why was that?
His face was sewn up. Well, why did I think that, Mr. Wright?
How am I supposed to know? Hey, wait a second. Actually, Mr. Powers, only a few minutes ago you stated...
Exchange of Girl Scout cookies has happened.
I couldn't open the fucking sleeve.
The friggin' Thin Mints don't have milk in them. I can eat them.
Dairy-free children, flock to the streets. Find your Thin Mints.
Sorry, I thought that since this was a flashback.
Oh.
Well, that's true. I still have to say it.
You know, I did feel something weird. I think it was because Matt, well, he gave the bellboy a tip.
I'm glad you let us do that. Thank you, honey. I love you.
Could it be that you felt something strange about the tip-giving incident itself?
Oh, yeah, that's it. You really know your job.
Thank you, I tried.
Mr. Edgeworth?
No.
You know, I'd expect something like that on the stand from Godot, not Edgeworth.
For the audience, if you're new here, this isn't the first time Jesse's done that, by the way, where we're going about our business all of a sudden. It's so great! You're the best! Thank you! You're welcome!
Just go to the next one.
This bellboy. He wasn't an ordinary one, was he?
Do your line first, and then I'll give you a treat. Good job, Edgeworth.
This is also not the first time that this has happened.
Good job, Edgy Poo.
I can't breathe. You guys gotta watch Doppelganger.
Okay.
Now we're plugging ourselves. Great.
Somebody has to.
I mean, they actually, in my podcasting class, I was taught that the best promotion you can give your show is talking in your show.
Yeah.
Awesome.
If you want to advertise something, talk about it in your show. So, go watch your other stuff.
Yeah! Just don't watch our really old stuff.
I should
before
put
we
like
have
a
editing.
warning tag on those.
I'm tempted to just
Old
delete.
as shit.
I'm
Well,
actually,
I mean, it's a few years old. People can kind of guess.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, perhaps we should let the witness tell us so you can stop leading them, please.
Very well. Mr. Powers, please amend your testimony.
Oh, excuse me.
You mean about the bellboy, right? Matt gave the bellboy. Oh, never mind.
I mean, that is new, so you could read that.
Oh,
It was
no,
fine,
good
but,
boy.
you know.
So he gave the bellboy a tip. What's so strange about that?
It was don't get involved in a land war in Asia. Oh, well, you see, Matt's not a poor penny pitcher like me.
It's Princess Bride line. It's okay.
Okay.
Well, actually, that is a classic. It's actually a reference to Risk.
But don't go up against a Sicilian when death is on the line.
I am not offended.
Yes. Wrong scene. Try
I know.
again.
Excuse me, I started this. I can do what I want.
I've continued it. I can do what I want.
Ready?
I was trying to figure out how much it was because the tip really shocked me.
How much it was?
But that's when something even more surprising happened. The bellboy was putting the tip he got in his pocket. That's when I got my first good look at the guy's face. I was really shocked. I'm afraid I don't quite follow at all.
It sounds like Mr. Powers was surprised twice by this event. I wonder if there's shocking moments I should ask about. The defendant is a huge star. He can afford to give generous tips, wouldn't you agree?
Sure, but giving him that much was maybe a little too much, I think.
A little too much.
Would you please clarify for the court about how much you would say the defendant gave the bellboy?
Honestly, I don't know. I couldn't even begin to guess. And why is that? Because he gave the bellboy a really, really fat roll of cash.
A roll of cash?
Holy
I wish I could have a roll of cash.
Same.
Well,
What will be bellboys?
Oh my gosh!
Oh my gosh!
We gotta go find Timmy!
Yes,
bellboys for Timmy!
let's go find Tabby!
well, how interesting. That certainly was a very generous tip, wasn't it?
A very fat roll of cash. That can hardly be called a tip, Your Honor.
Well, what if it all just was a fat roll of ones?
Can hardly be called a tip. Far too low.
Either too big or too small.
Either way, it's wrong. Push the A button, right?
The judge is beginning to look awfully suspicious of us. There's nothing I can really object to here.
Sure there is.
I mean, who can argue that a fat roll of money isn't really odd?
I suppose that roll of cash was not a tip. Then what was it?
Payment, Your Honor.
Oh my.
Look at you.
Payment. And payment?
I want that payment. Actually, I think my job pays just fine. Probably. I don't know.
What?
Unless those are all 100s. Fuck.
In which case, give me.
Give me.
Isn't it obvious for the murder of Mr. Juan Corrida?
Then that bellboy the witness saw.
Yes, he was the assassin. Accused.
Jacques.
Gasp!
Hold your horses now, Mr. Edgeworth. You don't have any proof of this, do you?
Have I ever been unprepared to support my claims, Your Honor? That sounds like a defense thing to do.
So shady! Oh gosh!
I have here the card Shelley DeKiller left at the scene of the crime.
Shelley the killer?
He is the person the police's special investigations team has been chasing for ages. I am certain that the person the witness saw was this very assassin, Shelley DeKiller.
Oh my. Really? What's wrong, Mr. Powers? No, nothing. Something just clicked in my head and I think I just figured something out.
He's such a good detective.
Oh? Actually, I saw that bellboy again later on that night.
What?
The plot thickens.
Mr. Powers, please testify. Tell us more about what you saw.
Witness, testify.
This is the.
It's not dough.
Yes, sir, right away.
All right, I guess we'll hear this testimony next time.
Next time, Mr. White!